Before you pay that booth fee, you need to watch this video. I've seen too many crafters lose money and waste entire weekends at craft fairs that were set up to fail from the start. So there are about 5 red flags you need to spot before you ever sign up. And if you ignore these, you could be setting yourself up for a very expensive disappointment. Hi, I'm Jen, founder of Woodcraft Blueprints. I have done many shows over the years, and now I know that I'm only going to do a show that's worth my time. So if I'm not making a few $1,000s per weekend, I'm not going to do the show. So hopefully you can get some great value from these tips and help you save time and save money. The first red flag is if a craft fair is brand new or just hasn't been around very long. You want to look for shows that have been running for at least a couple years. That tells you that they know what they're doing and people actually come back. So here's what you need to do. Ask the organizer for attendance numbers from previous years. Do some research. Get on their Facebook page or their event page and look at the photos. If you see images with no shoppers or just a few people wandering around empty booths, that's a major red flag. So you want to see crowds of people actually shopping, not just empty aisles. Experience matters when it comes to running successful shows, and sometimes new organizers, they just don't understand what it takes to bring in that right crowd. Red flag number 2 is if they don't advertise. If they don't advertise, then nobody's going to be there. Even well-known shows have to have advertising and promotion. And if somebody claims that it's all word of mouth, don't believe it. I'm sorry, but word of mouth is okay for some services, but when you're talking about a show like this, you're competing with lots of other events. There's always things to do for people to do on the weekends. There's places that people can go and spend their money, no problem. So for a successful show, you need to make sure that they are advertising and getting out in front of people. Red flag number 3 is when attendees are just browsers, not buyers. So some people just walk around and look. They're tire kickers. Here's how to know beforehand if attendees are browsers and not buyers. Look at the intent of the craft show. If the intent is that it's part of another larger show or car show or event of some sort, or if it's marketed as a family fun show, that's how you know it's not really there for people to shop. Sometimes you go to a craft fair and it's like they're just adding it on as part of another event, and that's really where people get in trouble. There's just not enough buyers there. People are not there to buy. They may even have enough people in attendance, but if they're not there to buy and spend their money, if they're actually there for, the car show, then they're not gonna buy the home decor from you. The shows I like to do, I don't set up at craft fairs anymore. If I'm gonna do a show, they're going to be vintage market experiences. So these people pay to get in, they're there to shop, and they want the whole experience. Yes, you're gonna have some people that just browse anywhere, but a lot of these people enjoy the whole shopping experience. Red flag number 4 is mismatched vendor quality. Shows need a certain cohesive look to them. You don't want to be next to somebody that has really low quality stuff, because this goes back to the quality of the show and the quality of the organizer. If somebody has low quality stuff, it just makes your stuff also look low quality. A good question you could ask the organizer is, what types of vendors are at your show, and do you allow, certain types? This will help you see if it's a free-for-all or if there are standards in place. If the organizer understands quality control, then they'll have standards in place. Maybe they don't allow MLMs, or maybe they have stipulations that only handmade or vintage goods are allowed. So you want to see that level of curation because it protects your brand and the overall shopping experience. Red flag number 5, the last one, is if there is no application process, that's a red flag. Because if it's just first come, first serve, that means that basically anybody can show up and get a booth. You may think, oh, that's great, the booth space is only $20, but do you really want to spend all weekend sitting there, even just a whole Saturday not making any sales. Like Saturday you could be doing something fun with your family or hanging out in your wood shop making more inventory. So just because it's a low cost and you can get in doesn't mean that it's a good quality show. The really good shows are going to have an application process because they don't just let anybody in. It's curated, hand-selected vendors. These 5 red flags will help you choose profitable shows, but the real key to success is also having products people actually want to buy. That's exactly what I teach in the Woodcraft Blueprints membership. Trendy woodworking projects that sell well at vintage markets and craft shows. I'll put the link in the description.